Welcome to the Pre-Snap Podcast presented by LineStar, your top 3 player prop bets for Thursday Night Football Week 10. We've got the Carolina Panthers going up against the Chicago Bears. Alongside my co-host Tyler Wiemann, I am Shannon Sommerville. Not only do we have some prop bets, but we also have some anytime touchdown goals for this Thursday Night Football. Another thriller, Tyler. How stoked are you about the NFL's primetime schedule?
This is getting ridiculous. Like, I know it's the number 1 pick, and we were supposed to have Justin Fields, so that's why maybe it was exciting. But these two teams are just awful.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal, but this is why I love prop betting, because it can make any game exciting. So that's why we're here with your prop bets. They are available on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, and Chalkboard. If you don't have those, you can download them and use the promo code LineStar for a $100 deposit match on your first deposit. Plus, the tool we're using is the PropsAI tool. If you haven't, make sure to check it out, LineStarApp.com. It'll basically compare the projections from LineStar to all the lines that are out there and find you the best value in the prop market. So it's a super useful tool. It's what we are using to help us pick. And last week we were 9-5 in our picks. Not too bad. I think we can do better. I feel like we're in for a solid week. Tyler, what I have found is that as it gets further into the season and the PropsAI tool accumulates more and more data, we get more and more accurate as the season goes along. I think last year we had something similar where we were having most of our success towards the half to end of season. So is that something a logic you subscribe to?
Generally, I mean, it's the same thing. I generally do better in DFS towards the middle to end of the season. So time is now.
Time is now. Week 10, baby. Let's get after it here for Thursday Night Football. All right, let's get into our top 3 prop bets. We'll start off with the PropsAI tool's best bet, and then Tyler and I will each give our own picks. We're going to start things off with Panthers quarterback Bryce Young, over 9.5 rushing yards. Young's averaging 16.7 rushing yards per game, and he's gone over in 5 of 7, going up against the Chicago Bears, who are allowing opposing quarterbacks an average of 15.4 rushing yards per game. So a decent spot here. Tyler, this seems like a pretty good bet here. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, he's been over in 5 of 7. He's a very athletic, mobile quarterback. They're just not going to call designed runs for him.
Right.
You know, he's going to have to get it scrambling, and I think he's going to have plenty of opportunities to do that.
Yeah, and I think he'll be running a good bit, maybe running away from Montez Sweat, who just joined the Bears. So he's added a new dynamic to that Bears defense. Yes. But I do like the odds here for the over to hit with Bryce Young. As you mentioned, very athletic quarterback that I think could absolutely hit this, maybe even in one scamper alone. You know, that's all it takes.
Yeah, and that's what generally happens with quarterbacks is, you know, they go on the last minute and it's man coverage. The secondary doesn't see it, and all of a sudden, you know, he's got plenty of room.
Exactly. So we're going to take the over there. Now it is time for Tyler and I to give our picks for Thursday Night Football. Tyler, where are you headed in the prop market?
I'm going to go with Chuba Hubbard over 11.5 rushing attempts. I just think this number is way too low. It's at -120, but he's averaging 16 or almost 17 carries a game since he's been the RB1. It's going to be the same this week, and I don't think the Bears are going to get out to a big enough lead where it really constrains his rushing attempts. I think he's going to be fine for over 11.5.
Nice. So we got 2 Panthers props for you guys. I'm going to go to the Bears side of things. I'm going Bears wide receiver DJ Moore over 54.5 receiving yards. Now, Moore is averaging over 80 receiving yards per game this season. However, the reason it is so low is because he's only averaging 51 per game with Tyson Bagent at quarterback. And that, it's looking like it's going to be Tyson Bagent at quarterback for this Thursday Night Football game. Justin Fields, it had looked like he might be back for this one, but no such luck. And Moore's only gone over this once with Bagent at quarterback. However, The matchup for Moore is great in this one because the Panthers rank 29th in pass defense DVOA versus opposing teams wide receiver one. That DVOA stat takes into account quality of opponent. Plus, the Panthers defense really banged up in this one. They're going to be without their best player on defense. Linebacker Brian Burns is out. They're also going to be without cornerback CJ Henderson in this one, who's in concussion protocol. So the Panthers defense that was already struggling a little bit is even worse now without some of their best players on the field. And I think that's going to severely help or significantly help players like DJ Moore on the Bears offense. And I think he will find a little bit of a connection with Tyson Bagent. You know, it's been a couple games now. I think he should hit the over in this, what is kind of a softer matchup for him. So I like DJ Moore here. Usually anything Bears offense would kind of make me want to vomit, but so similar to another team's offense that makes me want to vomit. Tyler, do you want to guess what team that is?
Does it rhyme with bet?
It sure does. On Monday, if you guys watched our show on Monday, I had a rule going into the season: never bet on the Jets. What do? Go against it every time. They somehow always give me some glimmer of hope, and then just completely disappoint me in the most incredible fashion. So congrats to the Jets for managing to do that yet again on Monday Night Football against the Chargers, which was a game they had to win. They just looked horrible on offense. And ironically enough, though, my prop bet hit. And that one, Garrett Wilson over on his receiving yards, which hit on the last drive. We were just talking about that before the show. Nonetheless, this DJ Moore prop here for the Bears offense, I have a little bit more faith in it. It's not usually one that I would go to, but I think I like the matchup here for him, so I think it has a decent shot of hitting. And I think they will try to exploit that mismatch on defense for the Bears. How do you like DJ Moore this week for fantasy, Tyler? What do you think?
I mean, this Panthers defense is terrible. At some point, the Bears offensive weapons are going to go off. Is that DJ Moore? Is it Khalil Herbert or Donta Foreman? I'm not really sure, but
I'm glad you brought those guys up. I'm glad you brought those guys up because at the time of this taping, we had no running back props up. And that was one that we were looking at because the Carolina Panthers ranked dead last in rush defense DVOA versus running backs, and on the passing front too. They give up a lot of yards to running backs in the passing game as well. So that was one we were kind of waiting for, hoping the lines would come out so we could maybe take one of the Bears running backs and hit the over on that. They're not out yet. So that is something to keep an eye on as we get closer to kickoff. We don't know if Khalil Herbert is back yet. Is that correct? And so there's a little bit of uncertainty there.
Not sure if he's back yet. He did practice in full this week a couple times, and I know they've opened his window to come back. So we're just waiting for official word if he's going to, or if it's going to be one more week.
Right. So keep an eye on those lines as well. And that's one that Tyler and I were both interested in. So keep an eye on that one. Now it's time for our anytime touchdown calls of the game. Tyler, where are you headed for an anytime touchdown in this Thursday night matchup? We got the Bears and the Panthers. Where are you headed?
I'm going right to the guys we were just talking about. I'm going Khalil Herbert plus 125 for a touchdown. Look, I love this spot for the Bears running back. If Herbert is out, we're just going to pivot to Donta Foreman with this one. So this will go for either of them. Breakdown is very simple. Carolina's run D is absolutely awful. They're allowing 1.5 touchdowns per game to the running back. And I think Herbert or Foreman bangs one in.
All right, I'm going to the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to Adam Thielen plus 175 for a touchdown. Thielen has 4 touchdowns on the year, 9 red zone targets over the last 4 weeks, the most of any receiver in this game, and going up against a Chicago defense that ranks 19th in pass defense DVOA versus opposing teams wide receiver 1. And Thielen is a wide receiver 1 that I mentioned has kind of found new life in his career in Carolina with Bryce Young and has established some great chemistry. He's the go-to guy there for the Panthers. Meanwhile, Chicago is actually tied with the Panthers for the highest opponent red zone scoring percentage. They have trouble stopping opponents from getting into their end zone in this one. So I think Adam Thielen punches one in for the Panthers in this one. I like the juice on that one too, plus 175 for a guy that's getting, 92% snap count. I mean, that's pretty good. Pretty good odds.
Not bad.
Not bad. All right, make sure to check out the LineStar app and that PropsAI tool. Also, we are playing a contest with our prop bets. If we hit all 3 of our props, one randomly selected commenter will win. Is it $60? We'll win $100. You know what? We were 1 for 3 on Monday night, so we owe the people some money. We'll give out $100 if we hit all 3 of our props. So all you got to do is be in it to win it. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. Also, let us know where you're headed. We're here to help each other out at the LineStar community. We're all trying to help each other beat the books. So drop any great plays that you guys have for Thursday Night Football. Now, before we go, Tyler, do you lean one way or the other in terms of the sides for this? The Bears had been 3.5-point favorites. Then it came back down to 3. I'm imagining that coincided with the news that Justin Fields wasn't looking like he was going to start this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I got to lean Bears here. They're definitely the better team. Panthers have been a little bit of a dumpster fire. And that Panthers defense has a lot of injuries. So let's go Bears.
Right, absolutely. I'm kind of right with you there. The Panthers defense dealing with a ton of injuries, and I just don't think they're going to be able to kind of make up for that. As far as the Bears go, they've been playing a little bit better, and especially on defense, the addition of Montez Sweat, I think, helps them out tremendously in this one against a rookie quarterback and an offensive line that is terrible. He's going to get sacked a ton in this one. I think he's going to be under duress a lot in this game. So I got to go with the Bears. -3 in this one. Let's go. All right. Thursday Night Football. Make sure to, again, like, subscribe, and comment below. And check out our other content. Tyler will have your DFS breakdown as well for all you guys playing daily fantasy. So make sure you check that out because we call him Takedown Tyler for a reason. We want you guys to have some takedowns too. Good luck, everybody, in all of your prop betting endeavors and daily fantasy. We will see you guys next time.
Have a good one, guys. Good luck.